Welcome back to another ASMR video. Today I'll be doing some practice problems with recursion, mainly with some strings. So before I get started, I'm going to give a note that I have not been posting in a while because I had a really bad sore throat and allergies started kicking in, so that was really bad. But now I'm feeling better, and now it's time for another real coding ASMR video. And so I'm gonna do some solving on recursion problems. I got 3 problems on my hand, and now I'm gonna use recursion to do these. So let's get started. Typing noises begin now, and I'll do it. So this is my first problem I'll do. Giving a string, compute recursively a new string where all the adjacent characters are now separated by an asterisk. So yeah, that's it. So if I do an all-star hello, I'll end up with hello, but with asterisks in between those. So yeah, I'll then do all-star ABC. If I do that, I'll return this, make a new that. And then for this one, for AB, I'll return this. So let's try to do that. So let's make a function, a method called all-star. So let's do that. And what I'll then do is maybe I'll turn, I'm just gonna put a return high for now. I'm not gonna use this, but oh wait, it was in another method. It should be here. Alright. Okay, I am really rusty right now. That's really bad because I have not been really focusing on this, but I had been really sick with allergies. So I'm gonna copy this, put it here. So my goal is, if I'll have to eventually make a new string with stars in between, and I have to use recursion, so that's an added difficulty. So what I'll do is I will make a new word. So I will take so my goal is to take the first character in each pass and append a star and then the rest of the word. So let's do that. String, new string, let's see, equals word dot car at 0. I want to get the first character, plus I'll add an asterisk. So, and then I will take the rest of the string. New string, you append that with the rest of the string, which will be plus new string dot substring. So this will return a new index, a new string with the first part, which will cut it out. I think it will cut the first character. So 0. and I am going to return that. I'm just testing this for now because I have not yet implemented the recursive part. So I'm just trying to manipulate the string by taking the first character of the string, appending a star, and then appending the rest of the string. So I'll try that. I'm going to remove this print statement here, which will be all star and then the word. So let's do word for now, and let's run it. So let's see how we do so far. So apparently it took a string. This is what we got. We got like W asterisk W asterisk. This is what we didn't really want that, so we're going to add a character, and that. Oh, we should take word instead because it takes the word itself. And I'll try that, run that, because I don't want to call substring on the word. And it printed the full word, so that's not what we want. We want to begin. Yeah, we want to chop the string. We want to cut the leftmost character. So we're gonna start it, because if I do substring at 0, it's gonna not cut the string. I want to cut the first character. And there we go. This is one pass. So I have successfully done one part, which is you take the first letter and then append a star. And so, yeah, what I'll then do is now try to implement the recursive part. So that means calling the function itself. But I'll also have to make a base case so that the recursion stops. Like where the base case where I won't call the function itself. So what we'll do is I'll then have to find a way that takes that calls the function itself, but instead of word, I'll have to call the function on this substring ord, in which I'll add an asterisk between the O and the R. And then once I've done that, I'll have to add an asterisk, call the function itself but with rd as a string, and then put a star here. So that is another trick that I'll have to find. So maybe here I am probably going to have to call the function here because I'm literally appending the rest of the words. So if I would do ord, I can do all star. I'll call the all star method here, like that. All star word, that's substring 01. So this basically calls it on ord, and I'll have to basically do something like a checker, so a base case checker. So if word dot length is less than 2, because if a string is already 1, we don't want to append a star after the last letter. If the word is less than 2, I'll probably do something like that. So let's not do anything if it's greater than 2. So greater than 2, 2 greater or equal to 2, because we want to do that. We will do new string equals that. I'll probably do that, and then return an empty string afterwards. So the last recursive call would probably give you an empty string and not call the function itself. So I'm gonna try to do this one. But here, maybe I'll call it here, pull it here. Maybe. Let's see how this goes. I'll see if I'll probably get an error, but it's better to find out what's wrong than kind of blindly checking. So let's run it. And I have managed to pull out 3 stars, so I'll basically get that. So I'll probably do return word. Basically returns the last character itself. So if it's D for word, I'll return D. So let's do that. Let's run it. Word, there you go. So WORD, but with stars in between. That's so cool. Now let's try to no, not this one. Let's try to run these cases. The cases in the provided example. So, moment of truth. Now I'm gonna run it. Let's see. No, it should have been this one. I was copy and pasting the wrong thing. It has been this one. So I'm gonna compare my answers, my output to this one. So, and here it is. This is my output, and this is the expected. So, all star hello, which is here, printed out hello, which everything is placed here, but with the word was placed. The word is given in a new string, except that in between are asterisks. Same thing for if I do ABC. If I do ABC and AB, run that, I would get asterisks in between the A and the B, as well as B and the C. And then I did something like A and B, which also printed an asterisk in the middle. So this problem is done. So I have managed to succeed in this problem. Now let's move on to the next one. This one's a little bit harder. Given a string, compute recursively a new string where identical characters that are adjacent in the original string are separated from each other by an asterisk. So, for example, hello, since the L here, since these two L's are adjacent, I'll print a star in between. These two X's, I'll have to print a star here. And the Y, I have to also print a star here. So anything where there's like double letters, I'll have to print a star in between. So, okay. I'm gonna go cheat a bit and copy paste some of my old code, because I could just tweak some stuff here. Let's do something here. So I'm gonna do pair star. So pair star. This is my new method, pair star. Essentially putting a star after every character, after every adjacent, if the adjacent letter is the same. Okay, so first I'm gonna do a base case. So let's pretend that this is the last call, like that here. If the length is less than 2, is 2 or greater, then I'll call the function recursively. So if word was the word, I'm going to call the function recursively until R and D. And so, yeah. So I'm going to do something where I'm going to compare the first character and the second character. So if word.char at 0 is equal to word.char at 1, I'm going to do the appending. Otherwise, do that. Oh, so what I could do is declare it here, declare a new string. Don't append anything before you check this out. So I'll do that if in fact the second character is the adjacent one. If the adjacent one is equal to that one you are here, new string, then I will just do, I'll append a new star x, or else don't do anything. So string that new string. If new string, no. I'll do that. I'd probably put the value of, because this one returns a car, and I'll just do string the value of, because I convert the car to a string, I think. Yeah, so like from a character to a string. Alright, I use value of. So I'm gonna append a star if it's adjacent, or else don't do anything. And here, this is where I'll call the recursive call. I'll call the recursive function. So pair star, and what was the recursion call? Maybe I'll do word substring 0, I think. Word substring 1, yeah. Basically calls the function itself, but the entire word besides the first character, and then this, and then that. So now let's try to test it. Let's see how we did. So these are the methods. I'm testing here. S out, pair star, hello. Pair star, XXYY, and then AAAA, so basically that one. And this is what we're supposed to get, expected output. And now let's test it. So let's see how we did. So I'm gonna run it, and if I do pair star hello, it gave me this, and it's the same thing as expected. If I do pair star XXYY, I'm supposed to get X asterisk X, Y asterisk Y. And this is what the same thing, I got that. And for AAAA, it's the same thing, works the same thing, gets the same thing. Since they're all the same character, everything adds a star in between each letter. And now I have succeeded in that problem. So this is down the drain. And yeah, so as I finished these two coding problems, I was planning to do this one, which is the last one. And I tried to do this one, but I guess that this one was kind of a little bit more complicated because I have to think with recursively, a new way of recursive thinking, so I'm going to leave this one in another time. Other than that, I'm going to end this video right now. To be honest, based on the last videos, I was planning to do the backrooms follow-up video, but since I had a sore throat and to add to that I had to study for a test, I had to push that video to another date. Other than that, if you have gotten your tingles, please drop a like. A like would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, so stay tuned in the next coding ASMR video. Peace out.